everybody. This is my lobster, and I'm just going to tell you a little story. My daughter and I, a few years ago, well, several years ago, went through this terrible breakup. And we ended up for many evenings eating Chick-fil-A with the waffle fries and watching Gilmore Girls together. And we were in a basement, just a lot of life circumstances. We're not looking really good right now at that time. So what we did was we just kind of went into a cave. And I came across a video that talked about the blue lobster. First of all, the blue lobster, there's only, and they think 1 in 5 million lobsters are blue, and it has something to do with their pigment, which has something to do with their genetics. So it's a very rare lobster. Secondly, lobsters molt. For those who don't know, they have something called an exoskeleton, which has to be shed when it's time for them to grow. And this video talked about the lobster sheds its shell. It takes, I don't know, 10 minutes to shed the shell, depending on how big it is. And it goes into hiding, like in the crevices of the coral reefs or under sea sponges. I don't know. It goes into hiding until a new shell can be formed. Because what happens is when that outer shell comes off, what's underneath is super soft and super vulnerable. And this is where an eel can come up and just snatch its dinner, right? So it hides out until it's ready to come back out and feel safe again because its new shell is formed. And in the meantime, it eats the old shell for nutrients. So I was thinking about my daughter and myself, and we were going to go get matching tattoos in a lobster uh, in a lobster way, we'll just say, but we ended up not doing that. But how many times I have that shell on? How often do you have a shell on? That shell that's so protective, it's so hard, it's so crusty that people on the outside can't see that soft side, that soft underbelly, the one where we feel vulnerable, the one where we're like, oh, I don't want anybody to see that. And if you are in a profession, you have a career life that you want to be a leader in, how is that important? What does that look like to be vulnerable, to shed your shell? Here's what it looks like if you don't shed your shell. You look like a jerk. People follow you out of fear, not because they respect you. You don't get as much done, or you're not as productive, or you don't have the customers, clients, or vendors that you want in your life because no one likes to deal with you. That's what the outer shell does. So what if we could take at least some of the thickness of that shell down? What if we could take it off to where the people we interacted with professionally, the people we interacted with on a daily basis, typically 8 hours a day out of our work week, how different would those relationships be? If I could talk to a vendor and listen to, oh man, his kid just broke his leg over the weekend and he wasn't able to get whatever it was that he's trying to get to me, or a customer who's really scared. Say you're a financial advisor and you're looking at the market right now, and your customer is really scared, to be able to empathize with that person, to be able to go, oh, I'm really worried about my son or my daughter because they're having problems at school and I don't know how to fix it. Because I'm a leader, I want to fix things, I want to make things right. Allowing someone to see that I don't have the answers. Imagine if your team was able to see, she doesn't have the answers, he doesn't have the answer, and he's asking us for support. That team might come together. If you're not someone that they're scared of, if you're not someone that you threaten or say you need to do a good job or use the old finger in your face, how about if we became vulnerable leaders, which would help you not only build your tribe, but to have the kind of relationships you're looking at? And here's the best part. If I can get vulnerable at work, if I can get vulnerable with my teammates and my coworkers and my customers and clients and the people who support my office, what would that look like at home? Because if I'm practicing it 40 hours a week for 52 weeks a year, and that changes because I'm getting better at it, my home life will change too. My social relationships will change too. Everything will shift. I'll start to feel better in my body because mentally and spiritually, I'm feeling better. And my finances will get better because one simple thing, am allowing others to see me without the thickness of my lobster shell. So that is your lobster tail. Get it? Lobster lobster tail for today. And I hope you continue to follow me. I know this is video number 17, and I kind of skipped out a few days, but I hope that you and everyone that is watching this will enjoy your day and go to a place where you can start to shed your shell. Shed your shell. Try saying that fast 5 times. I hope you have a great day.